Welcome to Wagwarn Abel. It's me, Abel, your host. Today we've got Michela, dance and movement psychotherapist, and really cool person. It's interesting.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
it's great to be here.
I'm just going to start with some rapid fire questions just to get the ball rolling.
Let's go.
Okay. Pineapple on pizza?
No, absolutely no.
That's crazy.
Absolutely no. I'm from Italy. That's probably the worst thing you can say or do or show me. So, no, absolute no. Do you?
Yeah, I love it, man.
All the time?
Yeah. It's my favourite thing to have on there. Yeah, because I think it just balances it out, makes it sweet, makes it a bit less, I don't know, it feels healthier as well.
I can't get over the tomato pineapple combo on a pizza. But the strawberries on pizza once was actually pretty good.
It's outrageous that you'd say no to pineapple, but it's the strawberries. But hey, what's the worst UK festival?
The worst UK festival? Yeah. My goodness. I'm lucky enough that I usually go to good ones, to be fair. Or I manage to have fun. The weather is okay, I don't really mind.
It's more about the vibe.
Yeah, totally. Always about the vibe.
Have you ever hula hooped angry before?
Angry? Yes. Yeah.
What's the concept?
Probably at home, just to get rid of some.
Get rid of the anger.
Yeah, as a practice to rebalance myself.
Yeah, makes sense.
I might have been frustrated at times when I was practicing tricks and I wasn't getting them. So yeah, that's another moment where maybe I was a bit
I do angry dancing sometimes. And actually more often than not, I actually just have a nap if I'm pissed off. But I had a phase where if I got really pissed off, I'd look in the mirror and I'd do some angry dancing, and that would just usually make me laugh.
I think it's a great idea, to be fair, and I probably should do a bit more of it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely something that it helps movement and switching off,
That leads conveniently on.
Ah, really?
I've actually got nothing to lean against.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
It's alright, that doesn't need to be there, does it? I'll carry it.
Okay.
I'll hold it.
Okay. That leads us to...
Yeah, so you're a hula hooper.
I am.
You're also a movement psychotherapist. How can hula hooping help heal emotional wounds?
For me, hula hooping comes before me deciding to become a dance and movement psychotherapist.
So it started hula hooping?
Yeah, I've always done movement practices, dance and these sort of things. I've always enjoyed it a lot, just being in my body, moving, being active that way. I started hooping around 10 years ago, I would say.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I didn't even know it was a thing for adults. I used to do it a bit as a kid and then left it.
Yeah.
And then when I was at a festival, I was with some people who were running hula hooping workshop. I was like, oh gosh, it's a thing for people and adults as well. And so I got involved and I really liked it. I found some classes here in Birmingham who a friend of mine, Julia, used to run years ago. Now she's moved away. So I got involved with that, learned and became pretty good at it.
You're amazing at it. I've seen you in action hula hooping loads.
Thanks.
Look at hula hooping.
I took over the classes when Julia moved away from Birmingham. Then I carried on. And I could really see that it was something that was putting together a lot of things that I love. Movement, creativity, it's playful, it's fun. It really stimulates your mind because there is a bit of problem solving. There is a lot of connection with what's going on in life and can create a lot of metaphors.
Problem solving?
Yeah. When you're learning a trick or when something doesn't go as planned, what do you do? How do you find a new exit? How do you find a new ending? How do you find a new way to move? So you can create a lot of parallel with life situations as well.
It's so rewarding, can't they? Things like that, where you're doing something physical, but also activating your mind as well.
Oh, totally, 100%.
Have you ever tried rock climbing?
No, I've done climbing once, indoors.
What did you think?
I liked it, but then I was also only using my arms until I realized, I can push with my legs, and everything changed. It was a lot
bit
easier.
Rock climbing for a bit, man. It was really fun. I think it's one of those things that you get better and better at, but it was I could mentally figure out how to do it. I just wasn't strong enough. My wrists weren't strong enough to do it. So it's one of those ones that take practice. But I am strong though.
He is strong. He is very strong. I got involved with hula hooping. And then because I was teaching classes, I was like, maybe I've got other qualifications. I didn't have a qualification to teach movement stuff. So I started looking for options and I found DMA in dance and movement psychotherapy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, gosh, I love this. And I really felt, it was the right thing for me at the time.
Yeah.
It puts together a lot of the things I love, like being able to help the community, to help people. That stems from hula hooping originally.
What exactly is psychotherapy then? Because I know what therapy is, I think. I haven't been to therapy, but I get an idea. But what's psychotherapy?
Full term for therapy of the psyche.
Right. I suppose you can have physical therapy.
Yeah, exactly.
So psychotherapy.
Psychotherapy specific to work that you do on
your
the psyche.
mind.
Yeah.
So that is like healing like emotional trauma or emotional wounds, if you like.
A lot of things.
You discovered this thing that pulls together a lot of things that you enjoy, but what is the connection? How does it actually help solve internal problems in someone's psyche?
Well, I don't think it can in itself solve internal issues. You can definitely develop some skills that you can then use to find a better relationship with yourself and with your body. Right. And also there is the creative element that comes with it, which I love, and I can see a lot of people benefit from it as well. It's not that by hula hooping you solve necessarily attachment issues or trauma. It activates a lot of things in your body, just the endorphins that you get when you go dancing or any physical activity. There is also a rewarding system when you're learning tricks and new, and you get it and you become more confident in yourself, and that can help you in other areas of your life as well.
Say if I got bit by a dog. I was like, I'm scared of dogs now. Like, this dog's bit me and now I don't want to go and walk in the park. Maybe hula hooping wouldn't make me less scared of the dog, but it might help me like something I could overcome. It's
not that you get rid of phobias or traumas, but you can perhaps find a ways to release some of your
tension.
Exactly. And then I think with hooping, I don't think you would do it, but then with dance and movement psychotherapy, you can really work on your body to reprogram in a way the way you approach certain situations. Yeah. So if there are blockages, the body can also become like a tool for you to understand really how you feel.
I suppose if you're feeling underconfident, then your body goes in a completely different way.
And we all have internalized responses that we also represent with our movement. The way we interact with people and the outside world in a very large part is unconscious, something that you've assimilated, the place and the people you grew up with, especially in early years, but also, of course, the experiences that have shaped you and are shaping you. When you see maybe somebody, they don't even realize that they approach something or somebody like in a certain position, but that can indicate some resistance, a defense, or as opposite, like a complete sense of trust or openness.
Yeah.
It's very broad and everybody is unique. There is also the cultural element that plays a big part in that too.
Anytime you've been teaching people where you've seen someone overcome something?
Well, a lot of people, you can really see they've rediscovered themselves and the way they are with themselves and their bodies. It's just great to see people having fun and enjoying it. And even if it's just that 1 hour that you do a class, and people go away with a smile and they're happier, I think you've done your job. And it's about sharing this vibe, sharing this energy and this passion. It can only be a good thing. In my clinical work, I've had some beautiful moments of seeing people feeling better or deciding to improve their lives in a way or in another.
Yeah.
And I'm only there to facilitate. The work always comes from the person and the relationship you establish therapeutically with them.
Yeah.
So I'm there to facilitate and hold the space. And then when you see things going well, it's fantastic.
It's got to be it's so rewarding. What I'm interested in is, especially with hula hooping, how does that feel to have had a skill that's something that you found and really enjoyed and actually got some opportunities out of it?
It's just amazing. It really changed my life. I wouldn't have been in all of the adventures I've been on in the past 10 years without that. Maybe I would have done something different. I don't know. I think it's always how you approach things. The opportunities can be there, but if you don't take them, they go.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
So you need to be ready.
Yeah, ready to take things as they come.
Artistic projects, met a lot of people, a bit of traveling, ideas, creativity at large, I would say.
Was there a moment that you were like, I'm doing this now? It turned from a hobby to, I'm actually Was there a moment where it clicked and you were like, oh, actually, I'm professional?
I have to say, I feel hooping, though I've been doing it for years, I've been teaching it, I've done performances, done a lot of stuff. I still feel like it's never been like my main job because I've always done a lot of other things on the side. And again, then I took more the dance and movement psychotherapy road. So that's my main focus. It's been also a vehicle to get work and to create projects. I've never felt like it was my main job, my main thing. And in a way, that's also been a decision because it's something that I love so much. When you have to do something for a living, it takes away the magic from it.
Yeah.
So I was like,
So you made the choice. You're like, let's keep my job. My main income separate from this thing that I love, because you can end up with nothing then. In a way, you end up just, you don't love the thing anymore.
That was just what I felt like doing, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. And in terms of, am I really doing it? I think, I don't know. Have you ever arrived? I don't know. I think that is an ongoing thing, you know?
At any point.
No, I want to stay open and see what comes.
You're always like expanding, aren't you, as an artist? Do you do any other circus skills?
Do a bit of ground skill, but very basic. I've also just
juggling and stuff. What's that thing that's like
the Diablo? Bit of Well, even when I'm juggling, I go back to the hoops. To be fair,
that thing, man, it's so funny. Like,
it's good fun.
Yeah.
When you catch it, you need to be like that, not strange.
Yeah. There's a couple of guys on the Glastonbury crew, what have you review crew, which is in 10 weeks. I'm looking forward to going back. And a lot of those guys do like circus, circus stuff and that. And a few days I'd like try and learn a bit of juggling. I've got to like 3 of those.
Yeah.
What do you call them? They're like a bit like
clubs.
Yeah, I was going to say look a bit like bowling pins.
Yeah, they do. So my main thing is always hooping. Like I play with other things, but then I always end up going back on the hoops.
You not thought about fire breathing or anything?
You know what? I don't like the idea of it.
No.
I know some people, they do it easy. I could probably learn. I just don't like the idea of it.
What don't you like about it?
The smell.
Yeah. Oh, the smell.
No, it's the smell, the paraffin in your mouth.
Oh, yeah, because you got
no. I was working with some guys. We did a series of events like, when was it, October, November last year. There was a lot of fire. I do fire hooping. Yeah. But it doesn't go in my mouth. I burn myself occasionally, but
That's neat, man.
But there were a lot of fire breathers, but I don't know, it's not for me.
Yeah.
No, leave me. Like I do a lot of. I'm pretty clumsy. It's ridiculous. I can do all these things, but I'm super clumsy. Yeah. So leave the fire.
Okay,
but I still do fire hooping. So that's enough. I'm happy with that. And then I've got last year I got the aerial hammock at home. Yeah. So I'm not an aerialist at all, but I play with that, combine yoga and just in the aerial hammock. Yeah, I love it.
It's good to do lots of things that I've keep life a bit more interesting. Although I suppose some people are like very happy just doing the one thing. I've never been able to imagine that.
We are all different.
Yeah, that's true.
We're all different. I don't judge. You need to find what makes you happy, what works for you.
What would you say to anyone that was thinking about picking up some circus skills? Because it can look quite intimidating.
Intimidating? Why intimidating?
You look at someone like, I don't know, on a tightrope, juggling 8 pins and like they're on fire.
I think what people forget, and again we go back a bit to learning life skills here as well, like when people see you performing or when you see a performer do something like that, you're like, oh, that's amazing, I will never be able to do that. They did that. They weren't born doing that. Yeah. That's hours of practice and dedication to something that it makes you happy and you want to achieve. But without practice, there's nothing. And all these performers, all these circus artists, they've spent years and years training. Yeah. And they didn't wake up one day doing fire juggling on a tight rope. No. So I think if you're patient and kind to yourself, and actually going back to what we were saying before, you use something like this as a practice to learn something new and to learn something about yourself as well. That's the best thing.
It sounds like you enjoyed it straight away. You didn't have a period where you were like, okay, I'm rubbish at this, I'm not enjoying it. You just enjoyed it from the start.
I have to say it came pretty natural to me. It became also a way maybe to relax or to have fun, or, you know, it became just a very beautiful movement practice for me, which then just expanded. But yeah, I had moments of frustration, of course, when I was maybe very inspired, or maybe when you have to learn some tricks and they don't come. You need to be committed in a way, but not pressure from another side.
It's a funny thing, isn't it? Pushing through frustration to try and do the thing that you're trying to do. But I feel like quite often that comes before a breakthrough. Like when I'm trying to learn something new, I'm always trying to learn new things. But every time I'm like, I think, God, I'm at the end of my tether trying to learn something. It's quite often at that moment, I'll learn a new thing.
A piece of advice from me is when something is big, it feels too big, you need to break it down. It's like any problem in life when things feel overwhelming.
Smaller steps.
Just smaller step, but break it down. What is it that is in my capacity now? And you work it out that way. And the same thing when you're learning a trick, you break it down. Like you start from a small thing and then you add something onto it and another thing until you become comfortable. Until then you develop also the muscle memory to just do it. And another piece of advice is when something doesn't happen straight away, like maybe just leave it there do something different, leave it there for a bit and go back to it.
Go back later once you...
Yeah, and then something will have shifted in the meantime magically.
Yeah, sometimes sleeping on things as well. This one I used to play like a lot of computer games. I'd be playing a game, I'd be like trying really hard to beat this level, go to sleep, wake up the next day and I beat the level really easily. I think it's the same with learning.
In education, you also, the more at ease you are, if you are in a good headspace, if you feel comfortable, it's a lot more likely that you learn effectively. We go back to the body, mind and
connection. It's
all there.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because I guess like, especially movement-based things, the thing makes you relaxed. As well. It's a double win. It's a bit like what we're talking about yoga off camera. It's better to do a little bit every day, consistently. You do 5 days a week in Moseley.
Most of the weeks, yes.
Yeah, that's...
Sometimes 4, sometimes 6. I don't know.
But it's really good, Yeah,
I love it.
It's great. It's
It's my happy moment.
What's your favourite yoga pose?
Oh, gosh, now I'm getting into all the arm balances and these sort of things. No,
I'm not surprised you did balance that. Doesn't shock me at all. Of course you are. What else would you be doing? The rest of us are just doing I don't know, Warrior 1.
Yeah.
I don't find that difficult.
Warrior 1 is very tricky, actually. Yeah, because you've got all the pelvis. No, it's a tricky one. Yeah. High lunge is a lot easier. I like it a little better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Warrior 2 is powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Warrior 3,
I've never done it. I'm not even up to Warrior 3.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow.
Get up to 2.
That's fine. I don't think it's like step 1, 2, 3, but yeah.
Let's get to 3. Hang on.
I can break it down.
Is 3 like this?
No, 3 is on the sagittal plane and can't do it here because we haven't set up the camera to allow for yoga moves, but yeah.
Oh, well.
Next time.
We'll expand to yoga one day. Comment below.
Yeah. Do you want to see some yoga?
No one's ever commented on a video.
I will.
Comment below. I think Johnny's commented on the video that he was in.
I will do the same. Do the same. Hi, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny does, to be fair. Shout out Johnny, man. Maybe he's watching.
Yeah, he's watching. He's watching.
Yeah, Johnny's one of my early guests.
Alski.
Yeah, not the others.
No, the other Johnnies.
No. Shit Johnnies. Now's the part of the show we call Abel Wagwarn, where we swap and you get to be the interviewer for a second. Ooh. We're going to swap places.
Hello, welcome to Michela's Secret Show. I'm here with Abel tonight. It's an amazing person called Abel that we are all lucky to have and known. And
I think you're the best one at this so far.
Am I? Yeah, of course. So, Abel, how do you feel tonight?
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Yeah? How are things going?
Good. Released a video today. My workflow's coming out smoother.
Wow.
With every iteration of this. Doing good. It was sunny. I've got a fresh trim.
Oh yeah, it was a lovely day.
I know my barber watches these videos. I went to a different barber today.
It's the Secret Show.
I just wanted to try something else.
It's a bit anxious because he's never been interviewed on Michela's Secret Show. So you're the first one, actually.
Yeah.
On my show. So tell me, Abel, what's the story behind your piercing? This one. Okay, this not that exciting of a story, but I was in Glastonbury. I kept losing my ear. I had a piercing already that I got just before that summer.
And I was going to get a new earring because I kept falling out. Anyway, I'm there. I'm like, whoa, I'm so free, dude. Out at the festival. And I was like, I thought I'll get another piercing. So I asked about 2 or 3 people, and I settled between either like a nose bar, so they could look cool, or an eyebrow piercing. I was like, fuck it, I'll just get one. And I just got one, and I was like, really happy for it.
It looks very natural, actually. I like the colours.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
It's copying Ilias.
Is it?
No. I noticed his afterwards, and I was
I
like,
think I did.
twins.
Yeah.
It's got the other side.
You can just do high five.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah, high five. Yeah. Let's catch conjunctivitis.
What's the thing that makes you most excited at the moment?
First thing that comes to mind is getting the show up and running, I think, to be honest. My workflow is so close now. It's been taking me every spare moment to film and edit these videos. But I think I'm at a point where I can edit a video and the clips maybe in a day or a day and a half.
Wow.
Suddenly that gives me 3 days a week. Call it half a day to film.
I expect this one out tomorrow.
It'll be out on Thursday. That's still quick.
Today's Thursday?
Yeah.
Ah, next week?
Yeah, next week.
Okay.
Yeah,
amazing.
Thursday 6 p.m. Thursday 6 p.m. But yeah.
Be there or square?
Be there or be square. I might change the time to a bit later.
Okay.
Not that excited. 7:30. But yeah, for the most part, I'm excited for the summer, and I'm excited for festivals to start, because I'm going to start doing, that's where I can start doing some more interviews.
Yeah, I
mean, different, my whole situation changes, because then I'm like, shit, we're on the road doing interviews.
That's amazing.
It's exciting.
That's amazing. How do you think things are going in Birmingham?
My finger's not that on the pulse, but I notice, and this could just be because of the nature of what I'm doing at the moment, a lot of good community things going on. But maybe that's because I got my eye out for them. But things like Brum Stills, music stand, and there's a lot of community things, jam jar. I don't know, I think I love Birmingham. I've always loved Birmingham. It's the best. And I've lived in London for 3 years, lived in Manchester for 3 years. And I haven't lived out in the country. It's festival season, so that's enough for that. So let's enjoy that. I like the Brummy sense of humour. I think it's great.
Yeah, we're happy here.
It's the best. Don't come here though if you're not from here.
What do you mean?
Oh, God. I meant elsewhere in the UK. I meant not like...
He's going to kick me out now.
Brexit means Brexit. Not like that. I meant
Brexit means Brexit.
I'm not a Brexit geezer.
I
didn't mean like that. I meant like people coming from other cities. Italians is fine.
Just about.
Anyone is fine.
I'm British now, by the way.
Oh.
I went through the naturalization process a few years ago. You apply for the citizenship.
Huh.
So I had to take the test.
What was on the test?
Oh, they give you a book to read. These various, like the history of Britain up to recent years, and then a bit of just general cultural things, or sports, and the royal family, these sort of things. So actually you have to study a book.
Yeah.
And then you take the quiz. And when I was doing the mocking tests, I have to say most of the British people I'm friend with didn't even pass it. Only 2 people passed the mock test.
I don't think many people have passed that, especially if it's got the royal family and stuff.
No, exactly. But yeah,
you've just got to be able to beat a pub quiz, basically.
And then you need to prove that you have a certain level of English, but I had a university qualification, so that was enough.
Yeah.
But I think if you don't have that, you need to take a language exam as well. You need to demonstrate that you've been here for a certain amount of time. I don't remember how it works now, or if they've changed it. But yeah, I went through the process and got double citizenship now.
Smashed it.
Yeah, not particularly. I'm more anarchist than these things, and then I end up having 2 citizenship, which is pretty ridiculous. But yeah, it's one of them.
Should come round in England top. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Abel. Thank you. Thank you for watching Michela's Secret Show.
This is a segment I'll call You Had to Be There. Did you get involved with swing images?
I go there every year to perform and to do like just walkabout.
What's a walkabout?
A walkabout is usually when you go to an event or a gig and you're not performing like on stage, but you're just walking around and interacting, playing, performing, but it's not like a routine, let's say.
Yeah.
It's more freestyle, it's more like you just walk about
around,
and
fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
What
love
else
it.
do you do?
hooping.
I'm just running around.
No, but you just walk around, you play with the people, you play, you just dance to the music, you find your spot, stay there for a bit, walk around, move.
How do you get involved with that?
When I started working for Circus, which is amazing circus training center in Birmingham, they do a lot of shows as well. It's amazing, great, check it out. And then, Swing Magic, I usually go to do walkabout when they have the festival once a year when they used to do it. And I got involved with hula hooping. I think my friend Julia at the time knew the guys. I think I've been to Swing Magic since the very, very beginning or year 2 or something like that. I've been so many times.
Yeah.
So we just got involved just to bring the vibe and a bit of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So with walkabouts, do they contact you or do you contact them or is it always different?
It depends. Sometimes, most of the time, when I go to event, they ask me to go, but other times I just contact them. If perhaps there's
something.
For example, if there is a festival or an event I'd like to go to, I can ask them if they want some entertainment with hooping or a performance or a workshop or a walkabout. I love going to festivals. It's one of my favorite things, and I think it's one of the best things of living in the UK.
It made me think like,
I know, it's getting there. I like to be involved and to be doing something, actually. I realized, I think I will find it a bit odd to go to a festival just as a punter now. I like to be part of it, to be fair. I really enjoy that.
Same.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hooping, but I've done also children workshops or crafting, whatever.
It's great for kids, isn't it? Festivals?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's one of the best things about the UK, to be honest.
Yeah.
Have you got any festivals that you're looking forward to this year?
You know what? I might take a break. I don't think it's going to happen.
Everyone says that.
I know. No, to be fair, it's been now a few good years that I've done really a lot of festivals. I've been to many places. This summer, not just for the festivals, at the moment, again, what month is it? March, right? Yeah, no. So, between now and summer, a lot of things are going to happen. I'm going to a festival in May, by the way.
Which one?
Probably, I'm going to Wood Festival.
Oh, yeah.
It's a festival in Oxfordshire. I go every year to do some hooping with my friend Julia, so it's a great time to catch up. It's more folk, family festival, but it's a lovely site, and again, I love just being outdoor, and I know some of the people running it, so it's good to be involved and to go. This is a bit of a tradition going to that festival, I have to say. Yeah. I have many others lined up this summer. Yeah. I'm sure something will happen, I'm sure. I get involved.
I'm not going to go to any. And then someone will say, "Oh, can you come and do this?" Or got a bit of work here, or
exactly. But in general, I want to leave my options open for this summer. I don't want to have too many things lined up.
What are you going to do instead? Just enjoy the sun here in Birmingham?
I don't know. I think I'd like to go on holiday. Maybe I need to see how certain things work out work-wise. I'd like to go to Boomtown. I'm likely to go because, again,
You get some work up there.
Yeah, do some performance and stuff. So it's very likely I'll be there. Shambhala also is always one of...
I can't miss Shambhala, really.
I've missed it last year.
Did you?
I have to say...
Last year was such a laugh, man.
Since I've been here in the UK, I think I've been every single year apart from last year.
Yeah. Everyone that I've seen over the course of the festival season... See everyone.
It's a beautiful place.
It is.
I think a lot of festivals, having fun and party is great, but the music in some festivals is just amazing. Boomtown, the production is amazing.
The production's amazing at Boomtown.
It's for people to be the best version of themselves in a way, without all the constructs that we have and the way we have to be in normal circumstances. Yeah. For example, like when you go out and about, if you say, "Hi, mate," you're friendly, like you would be in a festival.
You can't do that in
why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it's quite bittersweet at the end of festival season, isn't it? Because you just why can't it always just be like this? Maybe some places it is, but I don't know. I think it's Babylon system, isn't it? At the end of the day, we get a bit of a break from it. At least we get a break from it. Some people don't know about festivals at all, don't go to any, and they're just always in this.
Can't believe it. Again, I was very lucky being from Italy. I know friends, for example, they've been here for years, but they haven't been to festivals or somehow they haven't got involved in this scene. And I feel so lucky because my friends at the time, I used to go to festivals already. They introduced me to all of this world. It was a bit random. Maybe if I had found different people, maybe now I would be doing different things.
You'd be in an office. You'd be in an office with a little hula hoop keychain, wishing what could be.
I've done a lot of office work, and now I work at uni lecturing, so there is some admin to do with it.
Office, though.
No, but there's a lot of admin and TV typing to do. That's why it's good to compensate with a lot of other beautiful things, and for me, releasing and just be myself.
What is something and way that we're able to be our true self, or able to be more nicer to each other at festivals? Is there a way that we can capture that energy in our day-to-day life? And if so, what is it?
Compassion and kindness are very important, and they also start from within. If you are kind to yourself and compassionate, and sometimes also being able to laugh, to dramatize certain things, like, can be important. You need to be gentle and accept yourself. I find it difficult.
Yeah.
If you have compassion and understanding, then you can take it outside and share it. And that, I think, would be a good thing for the world.
That's beautiful.
I would like everybody to know. Try to be positive and joyful. Be good to yourself, be good to others.
That is so interesting.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it comes from like self-compassion. It makes sense that you would see it from creating this vibe or community type. Feelings would come from within, I guess, since you're quite rooted in psychotherapy. And I suppose you must see firsthand how someone is able to love themselves, how much more they're able to have on the outside world.
It's all a matter of perspective. There's no right or wrong, there's no good and bad. It depends on your approach, how you look at things, how you feel about things, how you feel about yourself. That changes things for me massively. You're in front of a situation, not necessarily a problem, any situation. It depends how you charge it, how you approach it. And the same thing can be an opportunity or can be a disgrace. But that depends on your life state. It depends on how confident or strong you can feel. It's not just about confidence and being strong in the sense I'm going to smash it, or just trust.
Trust in yourself.
Yeah, look after yourself, love yourself.
Yeah.
Do some decent self-care. Then you can start looking at certain things from a different angle, with a different perspective. And be more open. Moving from a place where you judge to a place where you're curious, it makes a massive difference. Yeah, because you're exploring rather than judging and being fixed on something.
Yeah.
You're more malleable.
Yeah, so come from a place of self-love, flexibility and curiosity, and by exploring the world that way, you can turn things that might seem bad into things that are good.
Yeah, or you can find different strengths within yourself, or, maybe you can ask for help or give help and share community, also in this sense.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been so much fun.
Great. Have you got any plugs or anything?
I'm involved in Music Sun, which is a community-based project. We've celebrated our 13th birthday last week, actually, which was also happening at the same time as the Kurdish New Year. Music Sun is a project we run here in Birmingham. It's not just me, it's a group of dedicated people, Zirak, Max and Maria mainly, but we've got other people, Hildy, Kate, other volunteers helping. It wouldn't happen otherwise. We bring music from the world, but also from local artists to create really a sense of community. And the feedback we get from people is like being in somebody else's living room and just chilling together and listening to great music. A lot of the performers they're all great musicians that we like when people bring traditional instruments, or they tell the stories behind their journey, or behind the instruments, or behind the songs they share with us. So it's beautiful. There will be a festival in September, so usually we do like a Thursday evening events for a few hours, so a bit earlier on, finish around 10 to say, half 10. In September, we will have a big day festival here in probably Bolso Heath. Anyway, in Birmingham, check it out. If you want to see a bit more of what I do, I'm Michela Hoops on Instagram. Social media, And for my psychotherapy work, it's Flow and Rhythm Psychotherapy.
Cool, I'll note that down as well.
www.
Ah, cool.
Dance and rhythm psychotherapy.
The links will be in the caption below.
Thanks.
So thanks for watching. See you next Thursday at 6 p.m.
Thank you, guys.